This is the original Glenn Washington. Welcome to the Dubs PON DUBS show with DJ Nash and Father Arnold. See, keep it locked. Don't touch the dial. Bless up. That's the fire.
This is Wayne Wade saying this. Tune in to the Dubs PON DUBS show with Father Arnold of the Jahcage Sound and DJ Nash of Problematix Sound every month. The show with no bullshit. Straight facts, yeah. Wayne Wade endorsed that. They love you too much to ever stop listening you. Dubs PON DUBS.
Now hear this. I'm on a mission to kill all sound. I am Jahcage Sound, the champion, and I rule the old world. I'll tell you to say, run the middle while you kill a 10-pound sound each and every day. Ready? Rock. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Heartfelt. Hey. I'm on a mission. Truth and right, gonna sing it out tonight. Hey, this is truth and right. Oh God, love your brother, love your sister. Speak the truth, be almighty. But hear what you say, just be right. Oh yeah, now I'm on a mission. Truth and right. Rasta gonna lead me all through the night. Oh yeah, now. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Sound wide. I worry and I fret. Sound why? When you need Jahcage Sound, I play sound boy them for them. Whoa. I worry and I fret. Sound why? When them hear Jahcage Sound, I play, them know them a go dead.
This clash is too big for your tin pan sound. Never you try to test Jahcage. He will wrap you up and flick your trouble on your face. Don't put your hats where your hands can reach. Don't be a oversized sound. Yeah. Whoa. Hey, wisdom and courage was made for us all. So if you test Jahcage, you surely will fall. Because you can't run away when the master calls.
I could have told you this from a long time, but I was waiting for the right time. I could have killed your sound from a long time, but Jahcage Sound was waiting for the right time. Some will be falling. Some will be calling. Some will be coming in the name of the King. Jahcage kill them in the right time. Jahcage kill them in the right time.
Yes, I warn you tonight because Jahcage come to kill any sound in the dance tonight. Channel is the place to be. Right now you're dead sound boy. Right now Jahcage done kill your sound. We are the murdering sound. We kill them in England and we kill them in Canada and America too. All over the world Jahcage have a champion sound. All over the world, you know we kill any drum and sound. In reality, I witness Jahcage murdering another sound. 1 million people them gathered around to witness the murder. Jahcage kill another drum and sound tonight. All over the world we kill and bury tin and sound. Whoa, whoa.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Na 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 na, na 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 na. Jahcage Sound is wanted sound. Playing dangerous, play music. Hey, hey, whoa, whoa. Jahcage is wanted sound. For killing dibby jump and sound. Hey, whoa, 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 whoa. Them say Jahcage is the music maker. Oh God. By playing dangerous play. Oh Lord. Some say he is the sun flash master. Oh God. Come to kill you with his Dubplate. Oh God, Jahcage is wanted sound. Playing dangerous reggae music. Hey, whoa, whoa. Hey, hey.
Yes, someone. Oh, yeah, yeah. Champion sound, champion sound, champion sound. Jahcage, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Champion sound, champion sound, champion sound. Oh, Jahcage sound. Show them the picture on your wall. Jahcage sound sit up on his throne. Oh now, oh yeah, oh Jahcage sound. Show them the picture on your wall. Jahcage sound sit up on his throne. Oh, 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 oh yeah. Just sit up on the seat. Judge me, and a Jahcage sound. Gather round him, oh yeah, yeah. He's picked up on the seat of justice, defending the poor and the weak. And Jahcage sound, oh yeah, oh Jahcage sound. Show them the picture on the wall. Jahcage sound sit up on his throne. Oh now, oh yeah, oh Jahcage sound. Show them the picture on the wall. Jahcage sound sit up on his throne.
Ay, 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 ay. Some boy worries, some boy worries. Every clash you do, it's the same cry. Jahcage kill you, Jahcage kill you, some boy. No son just a run up and deep, just a run up and no one come test Jahcage, the champion soul. But let them try, let them come as all that they can. Jahcage as the number one. Every clash you do, it's the same cry. Jahcage, I kill you. Jahcage, I kill you, some boy. Every clash you do, it's the same cry. Jahcage, I kill you. Jahcage, I kill you, some boy.
That sound, what you want, what you gonna do? Yeah, a Jahcage gonna kill you, yeah. Tell me, what you gonna do? You mama slaughter you. That sound, What you gonna do when Jahcage come to murder you? Dead sound, dead sound. What you gonna do when Jahcage come to bury you? When you were 8 and you had that trait, you go to school to learn the golden rule. So why are you acting like a bloody fool? If you get out, then you must get through. Dead sound, dead sound. What you gonna do when Jahcage come to kill you?
Yes, all of the sound boys were prescribed antibiotics. Because we're name Problematix, Baba and the Test Up. DJ Nash, Rasta Joe, Running One Unit, Matt Betty, pick up on yourself, number one selectors. Sound boys' resistance is getting weaker. They can't stand the pressure. They're getting weaker and weaker. Problematix taking all the pressure. He needs nothing to kill us all. He is the number one. He deserves the right to be the king of all sound. Oh, some boys' minds in such a state. Problematix just makes them sick. And some boys try to hate. Problematic has all the tricks he needs. Nothing to kill us all. He is the number one. He deserves the right to be the king of all sound. Oh, problematic.
This is giving someone from the cave. Yeah, Selassie Rastafari. Problematix, the number one. Little some boy can touch the eye. Problematix, the number one in the jungle. What kind of world is some boy living in? Hey, is it a world without love? So many someone we've been burying. Hey, so many someone we've been murdering. Problematix are the champion sound that rules all around. And there any sound boys who wants to hang around. Well.
Murder some boy, say. Problematic, yeah. Feel the pain. Sound boy, you're gonna die. You must have fear when problematic playing. Just for your musical bits, take my medical fix. Oh, sound boy, got to run away now. Oh, sound boy. Oh, sound boy. Problematic gonna take you to the cemetery. I'm gonna kick you to the ground. I'm gonna bury you today. No matter what they say. Oh, sound boy. Oh, sound boy.
Problematic. Hallelujah. Healing. Killing a jump and sound tonight. Sound wide. Never get away too soon. Can't imagine anything that's better to kill a somewhat Problematix, him a the master. There ain't no sound that's better than Problematix.
Wow. Champion sound. Run country, I want to. Sound boy.
You don't get it, you just don't get it. Problematix is the A1 sound. You don't get it, you just don't get it. Run country and run town. Every time I explain, crowd say it did parade. All the girls gather around the sound. Problematix throwing down. Drum and I see you coughing. It's a big board box. We're dub for dub for 45 matics out them in the truck. Every night, Problematix play. Crowd of people gather around. Say people raise. Wow. You don't get it, you just don't get it. Problematix is a jumping sound. You don't get it, you just don't get it. Don't afraid to come around. Selector. Like one of the soul dead tonight. On the silent steps, we're gonna murder you. In a mystic form, we come to kill you. We'll make you run until you wanna cry. Sound boy, dig a hole and hide. Be careful, be careful. Problematix will kill you like a thief in the night. Kill them, kill them, kill them. Murder them, murder them, murder them. We come to throw you down. We're the champion sound. Be careful, be careful. Problem gonna murder you like a thief in the night. Kill them, kill them, kill them. Murder them, murder them, murder them.
DJ Nash, Rasta Drop, baseline. Been there, easy enough. Tuna myself, give it them straight. Let me say, everybody balling out, balling out. What Problematix Sound? You say everybody has it. What a champion sound. Yeah. Everywhere Problematix play, it's the same thing all around. Everyone will tell you that Problematix are the champion sound. Some boy you dying, you know I'm no selection. You come test Problematix Sound. Some boy you going down.
The old town talking about Problematix Sound. You're flying high now, soundboy. In a jumping world. Problematix killing sound. Problematix murder jumping. Problematix killing sound, boy. And it won't be long. It won't be long. Problematix are number one. Choo-choo champion. Listen to this sound, boy.
Deal with them. Straight. And the chaser. Oh, yes. A jumping sound boy. Most high. Listen. Truly. Problematix, I go kill your sound tonight. Truly. Boy, you just too weak to fight. It doesn't mean a thing to me. Know that you sound died tragically. Cause you were wrong to test Problematix, the champion. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, sound boy. If you never try, your sound wouldn't die. Lord of mercy.
Oh, no matter what you say, some boys watching yourself. Problematic, I put it up on a shelf. See, Problematic don't ram to kill sound. Problematic at the champion sound. Whether come from country or you come from town. Problematic gonna kill your sound. The way we fast so naughty though. Kill them Problematic, then you kill them in a row. I saw with the plates a grow. So problematic, don't run to kill sound. With no response where your song won't come from. You could have been the general or criminal. Sound dead, you have to run your jump on. So problematic, come fi kill your jump on. So problematic at the martial sound. Oh, nobody watching no head. Watching no head. Problematic killing dead. See.
So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the fourth episode of Dubs PON DUBS. My name is Father Arno, representing Jahcage Sound, and as always, I'm here with my partner in crime, DJ Nash from the mighty Problematix Sound. Say a word, my brother.
Hey, thank you, Arno. DJ Nash from Problematix here. Welcoming everyone to the fourth episode of the Dubs PON DUBS show with a very entertaining guest again.
Yeah, man. For this episode, we have again a very, very special guest. And when we say special on Dubs PON DUBS, we mean special, right? So tonight, all the way from Canada, Toronto to be precise, we welcome the mighty soul survival sound here on Dubs PON DUBS. Pablo, what's good, my brother?
Big up, Pablo.
Bless up, people. Bless up, bless up. Soul survival in the building.
Yeah, man. Good to see you.
Likewise. Respect, man.
Manners and respect. So, tonight we're here to talk about your history, the history of Soul Survival Sound, Sound Clash in Canada, and of course a lot of more things. But before we do that, and start with the actual interview, Pablo, please introduce yourself to the people.
Okay, so Soul Survival Sound out of Toronto, Canada. My name is Pablo. This is another member of the sound here. His name is Vibes. There's also a few more members.
Respect.
Daga Master, Blacks, and Trixley, who are not currently here. They are road up play some music right now. We double booked today as well. So, you saw me I say?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, give targets. So, let's take it back to our viewers where it all began. In which year was Soul Survival Sound founded, and who were the original members on the sound?
Okay, so the sound was founded in 1997 in Toronto, Canada. The original members was myself and a man named Scorpion, as well as Mouse, who passed on due to a brain tumor. He had cancer and he passed on about 2006.
Rest in peace, man.
Yeah, man, for real. So, growing up in Canada in the 80s and 90s, how can we imagine your first contact with Jamaican sound system culture? Like, what were some of your early inspirations that left an impression on you?
Well, I would say my first interactions with reggae music culture, dancehall culture would be house parties and basement parties. So in Canada, a lot of people in the communities, they would keep their own parties, you know what I mean? Keep their own entertainment. So a lot of houses in Canada, they have basements. So they would start with keeping house parties, area parties, local parties for the people in the area, and then they would start bringing in some other sounds and so on and so forth. But yeah, that would be my first personal interaction with the culture, would be local parties, house parties, basement parties, barbecues, blacos, things of that nature.
So how old were you in them times?
Yeah, in those times, I would say I'd be probably about 13 years old.
Okay.
And what were some of the sounds that really left an impression on you, like local and abroad, that make you say like, okay, I want to build something for myself, like I want to have something like this as well?
Well, I mean, in those days, it was cassette tapes, right? So there was a lot of cassette tapes at that time going around. So I mean, we really liked Kilimanjaro Sound and Inner City, and Black Cat and Stone Love, sounds of those those calibers we used to listen to, Roadstar, you know, and so many great sounds. I would say, like, you know, in the late 80s and in the early 90s.
Scene. And you said that already, and we want to say that as well. A big respect to the whole Canadian Clash fraternity. Like there are a lot of good sounds in Canada. You have like Rootsman Sound, King Turbo, King Klepto, Rebel Tone, Studio Mix, Stepper Choice, X-Loaded, like a whole heap of bad sounds there in Canada.
Wally, yes, all of the
Wally.
above and many more. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man, for real, for real. And back in the days, did you ever build an actual sound system?
Yeah, I mean, we started. Um, at that point, I mean, we kind of had a choice whether to go the sound system way or to build a studio. I would say 90% of the sounds in that time, they were all building sound systems. So we started out by building sound systems, and it became quite competitive. Became to the point where you could rent a sound system for $150 that was probably, you know, a 50 or $60,000 sound system, strung up for you, taken down for you as well. You know, that's how saturated the sound system thing was getting in Canada, you know. So we kind of decided to go the studio route.
What times are we talking about?
1997.
19, so mid-90s, okay.
Yeah. 1997, 1998, 1999. So, I mean, at that time, and to this day, we still have a sound system, but I mean, it's more on a smaller scale,
See?
right? It was the studio that we more focused upon at that time and tried to build upon.
Yeah, man. And how did you come up with the name Survivor? Is there like a certain history to the name Soul Survivor?
Somewhat of a history. So you asked me earlier some of the local sounds at that time, and one of them was a sound named Soul City, and Soul City was more of a party machine, you know. So it was a sound system like you're describing, you know, from racks, amps, speakers, so on and so forth. It was one of the local area sounds where we were from. So, you know, that's where the soul came from. But the survival was because we wanted to more clash. That was more of a juggling sound, a party sound. We were kind of interested in the clash aspect of the music as well.
See.
So Pablo, so when you started Soul Survival now, your intention from the start, you said, was to be a clash sound.
Yeah, we were interested in being a clash sound, and at the time, we also had some live artists around us.
Okay.
So
okay.
we kind of got the end of the live artist era, right? So we were trying to incorporate the local talent that we had around us involved in the sound clashing and the dub plates and the performance of the sound. So I mean, even if the sound was juggling at a party, you'd have some local artists that would be rolling with us that at some point would entertain the people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So in your first dub plate, that was voiced in what year then?
First dub plate would have been voiced in probably 1996. We didn't fully touch the road until 1997.
97. And who was this artist?
We had a dub plate session with 2 or 3 artists. One was Toba Chung, who's passed and gone now. They were local artists. Another one was a rapper by the name of JD. And another one was Blessed.
Okay,
I don't know if you guys are familiar with Blessed, an artist from Canada as well. I think Lindell P was involved as well. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was a session with more than one artist. Yeah.
Nice.
Pablo, sorry, let me ask you a question. So you just said Toba Chung, did I get it right?
Yes, that's correct. Toba Chung. You did get it right.
Jesus Christ. That is the name I know. Wow, wicked.
Yeah, so Toba Chung was one of the live artists that used to be around the song at the time. You know what I mean? And there was many more that kind of, you know, forward and went as the thing progressed until it was just a straight dub plate thing. Because at a point it came to the point where it's like the people were tired of the live entertainment almost. They just wanted the party vibes, which was more dubplate. And in a sound clash, you didn't see the live artists as much. When the 2000s came in, it was more straight dubplate, you know? So we still involved a lot of those artists by featuring them on dubplate with some of the bigger name artists, or maybe some of the artists from Jamaica or America or Europe, you know what I mean, or the Caribbean. Yeah, that's how we tried to do it.
Okay, nice. So before we take it any further, and with that I mean like move forward to the year 2011 when Soul Survival had its first international clash.
Yes,
It's time for some music, Pablo. You have to bless us up.
definitely.
Soul Survival Sound. Marijuana.
Earlier, Jahcage was saying it was a little smoky in the studio.
Survival a murder a sound boy.
I can tell you what.
It gives we a deep satisfaction. It keep the whole dance them jumping when we murder a next sound system. Soul Survival Sound. When you smoke marijuana, you have to kill a sound boy tonight. You love to kill a
It's a
sound
big
boy.
everybody with tune in.
Boy, yo.
The thing called Dubs PON DUBS.
Sound boy, yo.
We're not there on the whole heap of talking.
Kill them in a
I
sound
know where to
clash.
come talking, look more down.
You kill a sound boy tonight.
Go and juggle some songs.
I love to kill sound boy.
Easy Problematix.
I love to kill sound boy.
Man called Nash, you know.
You kill
With the
them
whole heap of cash, you know.
Nash style. Kill a sound boy tonight.
Easy Jahcage.
Marijuana. I couldn't stop smoking it. Survival Sound couldn't stop kill sound boy. No way.
So just expect me. One love righteousness, we not change the message. See in chat in the volume. I'm gonna say more fire. Soul Survival. And this is Soul Survivor. Soul Survivor. We surviving to Babylon. Sound boy. Killing a jump and now we never ever fail. Killing a jump and now we dubs them never stale. Killing a jump and to keep our sound fit. Soul Survivor, we a murderer. Soul Survivor, we a slaughterer. Yeah. Soul Survivor, we a killer. When them wars start, survivor. Better you know before forever. So it's a bloody war. I and I see it from afar. No sound I go get murdered.
I mean, easy Kuta night building.
I mean, no care who. I mean, no
Man
care.
called Glenn.
Yeah.
Only for money I spend.
The valley and I never ever quit.
Kyle.
This valley and I got to do this. Telling the valley to keep survivor faith. In a this Armageddon war. In a this revolution war.
Set it. Bless up all our people and PON DUBS, PON DUBS.
Now, Soul Survivor.
Blessings.
Soul Survivor. Lord, Lord. Them say walk on by the morning walk. Can't come good in a evening. With all the son boy I go on with what? So survival I give them a beating. Survival I show them a sign. You give us some boys in this time, Lord. Whether you deaf or you blind, you must get a beating in this time, Lord. Survival so now carries a word where must have it travel the road. Survival so now carries a word where must have it travel the road, Lord. Survival so now carries a word where must have it travel the road where I saw survival touch the road where we throw some sun boys overboard. Well, all Pablo, I want them boy. So someone never want to listen.
What do you mean?
And I'll be go and tell them, Lord. Some soul man never want to listen.
I can play a little artist.
Survival show them a sign. You need
Yes, samurai.
us in this time, Lord.
Little artist sing big song to you know.
Sign. You must get a beaten in this time.
Oh, you mean?
So survival sound I carry the word where must have been traveled the road.
Aye, yeah. Big up soul survival
Man
song.
called Samurai.
Hey, willy bang bang, willy bang bang, willy bang.
So survival a champion sound. Allow me to tell Kutan.
Aye, yeah. No. Hey, big up soul survival song. Killer like Pablo. Select a murderer. And it is easy like 1, 2, 3 for make your duppy ox trick sleep. But truly Pablo, no. The key comes to son boy have to run. So survival feel the energy. To keep your funeral quickly.
Yo, juggling machine, Pablo. Juggling machine.
Dad,
What do them?
it's gonna be
Hey!
slow singing, flowers bringing, tomorrow fly like pigeon in the evening. Soul survivor, dead son dead, ball wood. Mama, hey mama, buy a read for your son, cause him fuck around, now we gon' die by my gun, I know. Now you gonna cry when you come. Same body. Gunshot fly through face. Same skin like curtain. Same mother crying. Leave her in a burden. Sound like furious. Tomorrow you no certain. You pump on it and you can behind the iron curtain. So survival them want me pray. I want to them. I want take them wanna be. Blood one tricks. I go kill some for free.
And see all who no rate Soul Survivor.
Not a bitch.
Walla Hurley.
So survivor know that some boys don't like we. Bigs them don't give a fuck cause no man supposed to like we. End up the cemetery, that is where they're gonna be. But if it is Pablo, shots will come after you like the letter V. Suck your mom. Kill them. Suck your mom. Kill them. Suck your mom. Suck your mama. Them a pre. Pablo got the poison for their red eye. Like the return of the Jedi. Tricks will make it disappear till your family starts to dread eye. Stop from this before you get a fist in your lips. Stop flipping before you get a flipping. All that tipping. This ain't the beauty shop, but you get a full flipping. You're watching every move, mix make, every step, big stake. We must be PDD or the notorious B.I.G. We got guns, so B.I.G. Put holes in the head, so B.I.G. Keep on hating and debating until you're ready. Magic Marco. Singer, bless.
Yeah. Some clowns will kill you. So survival rules. Listen. To the graveyard you go. So survivor kill them right now. Rastafari rules and reigns, and we're coming with the blessings flow. To the cemetery you go. Pablo kill them all. I live the last thing I lives and reigns, and we're coming with the blessings flow.
Thanks for life and promote to the next level. Benson no. That's the destruction to the humanity, but the sound fuck themselves. Soul survival kill off them bumbo class. I will tell you this. Trixley. Any city, any town, survival I got kill them sound. When I look and know, Any city, any town, so survival of the champion sound. Them think them reach the ultimate, yeah, but them not reach nowhere yet. Them get caught in the internet of society. Tell me them my intellect, them promote too much debt. Wanna say again, any city, any town, soul survival, kill, jump and sound. Wanna hear me know? Any city, any town, survival of the champion sound. Wanna look and know? Them a tell me how them cold. Big 45 fish shoot out them random all. No pass them cold like up at the North Pole. Shoot down the young, shoot down the old, shoot down the fox and all the dark and the fall. Every week them take and next way roll. Out of man back with them shoot down will fall. This whole survival will by in a figure roll. Say again. Any city, any town, survival I go kill them sound.
How you mean?
You can know any city, any town, survival of the champion sound.
And you see, before me go any further, let me greet the people in the right and proper way.
Sound, yeah, all is blessed. No devil sound boy test. Soul survival.
Let me greet the people in the right and proper way.
Scorpion, give it to them. Yeah, let it roll. The blessings. We live the life we love, yeah. Love the life we live. Any rhythm you want, soul survival will give. Greetings, soul survival bring from Jahcage to all ragamuffins. Ooh, yeah. Greetings, soul survival sound bring from Jahcage to all ragamuffins. Ooh, for all the diamonds and the money and pearls, soul survival sound
from near and far. You see me I say?
What the price is for music is nice. All your little screaming rocker tonight. Whoa, free.
Like I said, Soul Survival Sound is from Canada. And you see earlier, it was a terrible storm. Whole heap of rain and thunder flash, all lightning and hail. It looked like the apocalypse. The place get dark. You saw me I say? So I'm glad say it kind of clear up right before Dubs PON Dubs. I go and feature an artist who are dead and gone. Him goes by the name of Louis Rankin. See him? Check out that one.
Louis Rankin, Easy Pablo. All the gangsta them.
Hear me after the man soul
Rainy night. It was a rainy night. Fire feel light. Food up to eat us while I dig up me try. Rainy night. Fire feel light. Food up to eat us. So survival. Well, we not eat from morning. Keep on yarning. Pass for 45. I beg you give me Jacqueline. Not eat from morning. Keep on yarning. Pass for 45. So survival. Baby mother get vexed. Me pick me ballin'. Telephone a ring. Me mama she calling. Can't find chicken, much more dumpling. Hey, Louis Rankin, that you do something. So me pick up this 16 and the Jacqueline. Out on the street when me gone juggling. Well, me know the bubble wait. Pick with my wing, but it's a hard time juggling up to do something. So survivor, give me the mic and make me start singing. Better hand me 9 before me lose my mind. Pussy I got dead and me say one more time. Hand me 9 before me lose my mind. Pussy I got dead and me say one more.
Here comes the Jahcage Sound called Soul Survival on the place. Say no Pablo, the man called Big and Scorpion. You know for deal with the case, so watch ya. That's the rhythm track for the man that should know for the McGregor another place. Whoa, some boy, you should have known that. Soul Survival, a true born winner. You should know that from the start. Oh well. No Soul Survival ready, hold on steady. We're moving up at lightning speed, yes. Take back seat and wait for we ready. Pablo B go tire, hold on steady, sound boy. No Scorpion murder a sound boy. And we don't need no commotion. A soul survival come murder a sound boy. Whoa, whoa, now. A soul survival come to murder a sound boy. Yeah, now, now, now. A soul survival come to murder a sound boy. Oh, Lord. There is a time when some clash get hot. Selector them a run and them don't know what to play. Yes. Take back seat and wait for we ready. Soul survival die, so hold on steady, sound boy. Survival and murder a sound boy. And we don't need no commotion, alright. Soul survival and murder a sound boy. How would we down, baby?
Survivor. You're a play song, we play down.
Soul survival.
Oh, 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 oh. Play sound. You're just in and out of the dance hall. But where are you? Where are you? Where are you? I'm saying to you, Ray sound. Soul survival sound is the champion sound. Soul survival sound will run you out of town. Your selector is a clown. You're just a play sound. I'm saying to you, someday sound. Soul survival gonna cook you in the class. Soul survival is a sound, the massive watch. The soul survival crew, the girls them a watch.
You may not be a movie star. You may not drive a big bus car. Survival and killer sound in every way. All nice and decent
Request.
place. Seen all the movie stars.
How is the vibes?
Oh yes.
We no left the vibes. How you go?
You may not be a movie star. You may not drive a big bus car. Survival and killer sound in every way. Survival and murderous sound in every way. And I know why. Yes, it's the music they play. The dubs they play. Kill sound every day. The specials they play. Make zinc and sound run away. Survive and kill a sound in every way. Survival and murderous sound in every way. And I know why. Yes, it's the specials they play. I know why. It's those Aaron Dunkley they play.
In Canada, we have a thing named the Juno Awards. Coming like the Grammys, the music, you know what I mean? And one artist, now go play some Juno artists. This one I say, because it's a worldwide platform. And the artist I name Esco Levi.
Bad bomba clot son and bad art son and the can try me and trick me. Okay, alright. Big bad soul survivor, kill them all.
2021 Juno nominated tune.
Play that style, then.
By any means.
Penthouse record business. Classic. Soul survivor, no entertain stranger. Accurate sniper, lone ranger. If you don't display good behavior, gonna get missing like a fight from Malaysia. From them flip side like a crossfader. Them a go need him and me born in a major. Kick off them head just like a hard tiger. Cause them see we, them see danger. Live fast defense, but we don't trust we neighbor. Always on guard and watch we invade ya. And invite the best will survive and never afraid ya.
We are no long to no slaughter, me tell you. By any means, we are gonna shoot some boy. By any means, why? Come to kill and destroy. Oh, by any means, for survivor, we are gonna shoot some boy. By any means, boy. Alright then, no one you know. Me tell you, now the story come to up, and the armor eat the nail head. Yo, them say them bad, so survivor never. Yo, anytime you side with some boy, you better play them. Yo, because the space get invaded. I can tell you more, my boy, more roaming on the market. Violate the bad sound, the arm you want with target. Big rusty.
We can tell you about the 2021 Juno winner. Is a 13-year-old youth by the name of Cairo McLean. I go and feature one of them tune them now. Listen to that one, you know.
Blitz the mashup. Yo, this is Cairo McLean, the big bad represent.
Listen to that one, yeah.
To survive sound. I say enough respect to Pablo, enough respect to Bigo. I say enough respect to
13-year-old reggae artist out of Canada.
Hey. Fire. So I will come around. So survival. So loud. And if you think you can use your Dubplates to mash us down. So survival would not rise again. Whoa.
Yo, Pablo, pull that up.
Hey. Fire. I will come around. So survival. Oh Lord. And if you think you can use your Dubplates to mash us down. So survival would not rise again. Whoa. Rise again. And you're gonna come with all of the wickedness under the sun. And so survival would not rise again. Whoa. Rise again. Oh, this one is all about sounds and dubs. When we play with whistle, we play it the rubber. Now they come here with the military force, and they try to turn up it with sound, of course, and they try it to make us prepare from the world. Whoa, them no really know this so survival now we
Yeah. Them dead. Raspenko. It's out your pad and your pencil.
You see that?
Take note of that one.
Been killing some formations of days. Maybe dance we play to his us and face. Them is a musician just survival. I wanted them. A world sound so survival.
Raspenko.
Internationally, globally. Big sound so survival.
Harmony easy.
Yeah.
You know the Shirley.
Them dead. I so survivor, them dead, you know, you see that? We've been killing some formations of days. Every dance we play to his us and face. Them is a musician, just come play the phrase. Survival deserve all the praise. All wicked sound must get erased. Sound clash is not a easy place. No blast them soul because I haste them I hate. Them never know about time and space. We never run away from clash. Survival we kill you. When we kill, jump on them dead forever. We never run away from clash. Survival we kill you. When we kill, jump on them dead forever. Pablo say organize and centralize it. Sound boy them never realize it. Try to stop it when them see we on the rise. Survival I give them a surprise. Happy have the patience and time. Sound boy them spiritually blind. Take some time out, yo, just to free me mind. In this time we can't trust mankind. There's no words to express right now.
Survival, oh yeah, oh Lord, oh yeah, now. So survival is the Lord.
Hey,
One called Howie Smart.
in the Lord.
Well smart, you know.
Survival in the Lord.
Big look to everybody with tuning.
Tune
The
in.
Dubs PON DUBS.
Tune in.
Big up.
Tune in. Survival. Tune in. Tune in. Survival. Them love you when they want you and they want you to play all night long. Survival playing it sound. Killing some jump and sound. But they just don't seem to satisfy. Survival come to chant them down. Tune in, survival, tune in, survival. Them love you when they want you and they want you to play all night long. You've been killing some sound, killing some jump and sound, but they just don't seem to satisfy. It seems like they want some more. Survival a danger, survival a danger, survival a danger, survival a danger. So, that is so. Why yo, that is yo, and G-O, that is go. Survival sound, what make you bad so? Why? Oh Lord. Why?
Cocoa to the tea.
Why?
On a Milo.
Woo.
On a Ovaltine.
Hey, me say survival gonna kill some idiot sound boys. Survival gonna kill some fool sound boys. Tell them survival gonna kill some idiot sound boys tonight. We gonna kill, murder and kill some idiot sound boys. Boy, well all the daughters keep skanking and the man them keep rocking. Everyone feeling irie, enjoying themselves. Don't end the joy. So watch the one them from Spain town and the one them from Kingston, sitting in at the dance hall, skanking it tonight. Well, we gonna kill some fool sound boys. Mrs. Survival gonna kill some sound boys tonight. Well, some sound boys claims they are the best. Survival sound them won't contest. Dubplates like gunshot, we don't just shoot up all bulletproof vests. Yeah. Some sound boys say them come from England, who come from New York or who come from Japan. Death survival a rappa pam pam. This a sound ya are the number one. We gonna kill some idiot sound.
Who will survival every time? Who will survival every time?
Don't leave us smart said it.
Won't tell him problem.
Right. Blocker. Run it well. Watch this.
If I should ain't any other sound and forgive them, this sound I know I'll never forget. What soul survival has done to a lot of idiot sound boy, make them end up like a little child. But they got no pride, they got no mind, they got no shame and ambition. Jump and song boy. If I should murder any other sound and forgive them, tonight your sound is gonna die.
Yes, it's another night with survival sound. Survival sound, not the boy sound. And you go, dance all. Yeah, I'm the survival, come keep that on the yes, it's another night with survival sound. Survival sound, not the rude boy sound. And we run, dance all. No other sound like survival sound. Survival sound, not the gangster sound. And we run, dance all. Yeah. How can they contest when they know survival sound is the best. Yes. Oh. How can they compete me when they know survivor plays so sweet? Yes. Oh. Survivor sound is the best sound. Best sound. Survivor sound is the
So survival killer sound with a dubplate to his face. All he inside had to run leave this place. Don't be like a knife when it's done. So survival sound is the nearest to your heart. So survival gonna kill the sound tonight. So survival gonna kill the sound tonight.
Sound boy, you try a thing, but we don't fair. Think them sit down pan sound when them catch puncher and them police and soldiers they
so
run there.
survival.
You know me. Burning again.
One cause is like a lunching. In the early. Well, I know.
Sound boy, you try a thing, but we don't fair. Think them sit down pan sound when them catch puncher and them police and soldiers they run there. And all the dogs when them a play the bill, whoever no one hear Babylon a try a thing, but we no fair. Them think them sit down pan dubs when them catch puncher and them police and soldiers they run there. And all the dogs when them a carry the bill weapon. Well again, them design them business. Judge and politician a run them business, but never you worry yourself and try to puzzle out who this is. From them build them sound. Sound boy no reach no way, so all some jump and sound. We are go kill them all for them. With them care and share until we ready to go away. Sound boy you try your thing, but we no fair. Them think them sit down pan dubs when them catch puncher and them police and soldiers they run there. And all the guns where them a carry the baby weapon still no fair. Sound boy you try your thing, but we no fair. Them think them sit down pan down when them catch puncher and them police and soldiers they run there. And all the dubs where them a carry the baby weapon. Well again, we come free burn them sound. Jump and sound. Me get to find us, say them a clown. And if I jump and sound, we tell them don't come around. We do some blasted punk, watch the whole of them a frown. Soul survival, fire we a blaze. King Selassie I the conquering lion we press. Aye, sound boy you try your thing, but we no fair. Them think them sit down pan down when them catch puncher and them police and soldiers here and there. And all the dubs where them a play the baby we born no. Well I not try your thing, but we no fair. Them sit down pan, think them sit down pan. Aye, them design them business. Head the plate, we use and run the business.
Send them straight to the cemetery. Blocks, look up and start singing. There is no sound, the taste of survival. No sound at all. So why stop for a while and look over it, and you will see. So survival is ruling, and you got to exit. Immediately, there is no sound to test some survival at all. Any sound test, one by one, them bound to fall. There's no sound. No sound in the world. No sound. You say so survival at all. There's no sound. No sound in the world. No sound. You say the soul survival at all. No sound at all. Oh well, I'm not saying that some got to try their very best. But in order to make any meaningful progress, they need more Dubplate, no survival rules and so. And they've no fear, no sound at all. Any sound takes. One by one, them bound to fall. There's no sound. No sound in the world. No sound. You see the soul survival at all. There's no sound. No sound in the world. No sound. You see the soul survival at all. No sound.
Jinxley. where them a pray. We done them liquor fool ya for free. All of them boy ya some wanna be. Anyway that one and them. Them can't sleep at night, them all a worry and fret. I choose survival, them a try to disrespect. Them done get the warning, this is the threat. Now I sat my back and all a whole shit direct. Hypocritical markers, watch all you spread before you see survival, you better think and check. Or you feed this the high priest, Melchizedek Selassie, run the north, south, east and the west. The Radin I'm right and the Sheptine I'm left. Or you feed this the man when the man conquered it. The man give us life and let us can blow it. When you see soul survival, certain no neck. Them can't sleep at night, them all a worry and fret. I choose Selassie and I try to disrespect. Them done get the warning, this is the threat. Now I sat my rock and all a whole shit direct. The big sound boy, you know we see say them a mess. Them this whole survival tell them a sudden death. The boy them come outside, sit down on step. We done pun them chant, them not stop from fret. Ain't nobody tell we don't know about no wild west. Every day you get up a gunshot, you want press. So survival make gunshot shut off them neck. Them can't sleep at night, them all a worry and pray. I choose soul survival, I'm try to this.
A ninja, we ninja. A ninja, me ninja. A ninja, we ninja. A ninja, we ninja.
Dubs PON DUBS.
Don't survival, you ninja.
What if a Dubs PON DUBS pile up around here?
It's a ninja, we ninja, we ninja. Lord and dangerous.
Run off few of them, you know.
Don't survive a place tonight. Lord and dangerous. Yes, Christmas.
Not throwing a kick nor no box tonight. Just a juggle some song.
Yeah, oh.
Allow me to tell vibe.
Ninja, boy, tougher than Rambo. Boy, that if a you name commando, you're not bad like Soul Survivor. And if a you name Rambo, you're not bad like Survivor. Here I come, with some new kind of style, wicked and wild. La 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 la, sha la 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 la. To survive the honor, sha la la, so survive the danger.
Soul survival sound, big boy y'all. Give it up. Tell them about sound fine. We are start and jump on from long time. On a sound and soul survivor you can't find. Can't come in and turn them. So we are real sound killer. Come to kill sound. We know come young people follow. Right sound and soul survivor. So we like Pablo.
Step by step.
You like natural. You like Chixley. Vibes. Know yourself, man. Whoa. Soul survivor.
You know.
Big boy, y'all. Give me the I go. Tell them about sound fine. We are start and jump on from long time. On a sound and soul survivor you can't find. Can't come in and tell them. So we are real sound killer. Come to kill sound. We know come young people follow. You won't like your wicked sound. Chuck show your mama you don't know time. You know donkey color. Oh we section we never come young people follow. Oh we do the thing we make the whole world holla. You will don't see niggas start ball. Tell them I kill sound fine. We are start and jump on from long time. On a sound and soul survivor you can't find. Here would you want to name them one more time. Fire and for the land, turtles and straight. No time to linger, make we don't stand quick. You one of them a sissy and the owner a switch you. Soul survivor you don't shoot and miss.
Alright. Let me play a one bad collaboration. This is Mikey Spice alongside Louis Culture. Check it out.
Now this is Mikey Spice. Now we are on this track. We start this track. Get it. Now Louis Culture. Yeah, man, I'm dead before them spread. Dubplate, not the medicine. You don't know. Mikey Spice. How am to them? Oh, na. Soul survivor. Mikey Spice and Louis Culture tell them sound. I'm dead. Oh, I'm going to na. Soul survivors.
Easy, Glenn. Money no stop spend.
Check
I want to beg friend, alright?
Oh, yes, the singer. Sambo, don't you ever fear the streets. That's where your sound gets beat, Don't you put up no pride. Oh, you're gonna lose your life, oh yeah. Put your shoulders to the wheel. What's up, I swear? No, you just can't win this fight now. Yeah. Come on, brother man. Come give your sound and little feeling. And I'm a hope you back sound. Go! Hey. Soul survivor sound at the sound. Yeah. You know, soul survivor. I hope you call them. Wait, follow with culture. Soul survivor ready now to kill you sound. I hope you back sound run. Bye bye. Do it. Sound boy, me say your sound coulda tougher than cocoa. And you selector coulda simpler than cocoa. Well, survival I go show you say you so. And you selector a play cocoa. We burn it bread 'cause we hotter than lava. Murder sound boy from any corner. Soul survival
in a murder in between I swear. Legal! I want some boy man execution. Sorry, son boy. I'm so sorry for
chocolate machine problem.
I try to see your hand up dying. Sound survivor. Say what? Sound boy, sound survivor come to kill you. Did you mean to tell me you this down and get your life locked up and what? Sound boy, soul survivor come to kill you. Did you mean to tell me you this sound right now? It is the Bible we will show you now that his sound is a dangerous sound. So much more we have to kill for you. And you. Well, if I sound take them bad and bone, God is for the land we show them now. Show them what the soul survival can do. You and what? Sound boy, soul survivor come to kill you. Did you mean to tell me you this sound and get your life locked up and what? Sound boy, sound survivor come to kill you. Did you mean to tell me you this sound and get your head chopped off? Another loss is another sound game.
We're all the people that were tuning into Dubs PON DUBS tonight.
Sound you know and still remain. Soul survivor come again. We tell them fool if them bad and bold. God is and we show them now. Show them.
Well, I know. Speaking of collaboration, let me play our next bad one now, no?
Boy.
Yeah.
Boy.
When Soul Survivor them start to play.
Where you been down?
Fire up your lighter. Somebody dead today.
Right that way.
Soul Survivor go take them life.
Soul Survivor take them
life. Soul Survivor kill
what
them.
am I do? Brampton man a real sound killer. Bust off the metal make it spin well like a jam can't tire. Toronto massive a year sound Soul Survivor. A year singer Taurus Riley. Now big up. Probably them a natural bunch of vibes. Yes, so tricks. Lee, Blacks, Brampton, Scarborough. Watch out Toronto, the old Canada, eh? The 6. Watch out Taurus Riley this alongside Shensia. Everything get fixed. Squeeze. Boy.
Yeah.
Boy.
When Soul Survivor them start to play.
Where you been down?
Fire up your lighter. Somebody dead today.
Right that way.
Soul Survivor go take them life.
Soul Survivor take them
life. Soul Survivor kill
what
them.
am I do? Brampton man a real sound killer. Bust off the metal make it spin well like a jam can't tire. Big bad sound Soul Survivor. The baddest and the maddest from Toronto, Canada.
You know, say, them take we light it obvious, so them not know way. Them a got dead right now. One by one in a row. Son dead Soul Survivor, take it show.
Yeah.
The Soul Survivor, them start to play.
Where you been down?
Fire up your lighter. Somebody dead today. Soul Survivor, go take them life. Some dirty sound boy, I go die. Soul Survivor, kill them. Hear the dub and make you shoot them down. To all the dub, you as your son get burned.
Yeah, turn on the matic, them we got them can done. And when we blaze them up, jump and
Soul
run.
Survivor, God like them against the law.
I'd like to tell you a story about what soul survival can do, what we will do. Listen good now. We feel our sound in the dance hall.
Yes,
oh gosh,
and
now.
this is connection.
Welcome
Big up
back.
Problem. Just follow we everywhere we go.
Yeah. I'd like to tell you a story about what soul survival can do, what we will do.
Soul survival.
Now, we kill our sound in the dance hall. Oh gosh, now some boy come ballin', but him can't take no more, yo. He didn't know about them dark places that we got. Ooh, when the crowd shouted survival, you're too bad, so bad, yes. Little selector guy was standing across the way, yeah. Listening keenly to every double we play, yeah. And now he watches from the corner of his eyes. He knew this move of this was so unwise. Boy, soul survival, you kill a little boy tonight. Yeah. Survival, you kick that out the Lord. Oh gosh, oh, you destroyed them bad. Didn't know the little idiot wasn't ready, no. Had to make his move anyway, yeah. Not even thinking of the consequences, now. So we eliminate him quickly, yes. Oh gosh, let me say, hey, little selector guy is
Murder sound tonight, my God, soul survival. Killer sound tonight, oh God, soul survival. Killer sound tonight, my God, soul survival.
One called Johnny Osborne.
Murder sound tonight.
Big up Junior Osborne. The whole family.
Be no fuss. There ain't gonna be no fight.
Right.
Dubplate by the box, and everything is alright. Problematix control tower. Swing banded in here tonight. We gonna rock a dubby, rock. Kill, we gonna kill. Blood it a go spill. Why you better right to will. Oh God, hey, I'm begging you. Murder sound for me right now, so survival sound. Kill drum band for me right now. I'm begging you, pull it up, my selector. Pull it up, my selector. I think you pull it up, my selector. Oh God, hey.
One dub, just one do. One dub,
This is the voice of Audrey Hall. This them classic here.
Think one dub will do, and the trophy goes home with you. You're crazy. It takes much more, you see, to kill a sound like we. You're crazy.
We'll miss a few more to go. But not kill out the whole show.
Standing in your way.
You know how it goes.
So survival, we don't play. Nah, we don't play. Ooh, I just wanted to see what you would do in this dance. You don't stand a chance. So survival's waiting for you, just to see what you would do. Ooh. If you give us a fight, we'll kill your sound tonight. You're dying.
$100 million. Yeah, $100 million. We don't hear about $100 million. Fuck a girl in her mouth like coach. Soul so boy, people. Father God, I them didn't know that. When them move by, we are gonna live up that. Place around nice, man, I hot it talk back. There's a movie cool and no give it up chat. Better for them see the road down for every touch that. The man no want to get out of the talk shop. Man in the front of the plate, some run at the house back. I'm a tapak, Pablo. Any young weed, girl get free. Whoa, brick fabrics that we need. Buy anything we need, fly anywhere we need. Whoa, bricks, just any young. So survival. So survival, but from birth, violate in the dirt bomb. Rental pull up on the house, girl, boom, that fly like bird.
Don't say a word. Boy, you should have hear when your mother was. Don't let the other that the play ideas. Big up shot the pebble, nothing like a marble. Cause we them like them a gamble. Alright, kill them and kill them and kill them. Pull up on the men with a spinner. Deal with them like seeing original. Watch your jelly splash like
Again, Mr. Big up to each and everyone on Dubs right now.
Pull up on the men with a spinner. Deal with them like seeing original. Come like kill them and
You know, we don't get into the whole heap of talking yet.
yes, so I thought we bleach all night. With the good vibes. The news
I like how we attack Sound Clash.
Then the next time. Soul Survival.
I can tell you one thing about Soul Survival.
I broke the run to done. So right now, not taking top on the poor head. Shut the night the ground, yeah.
Bandina, Soul Survival a bank we gardina. Clock from the belly, them want me gardina. Help up the vibe, Soul Survival. Bandina, if I know the pussy, a bank me gardina. Clock from the belly, them want we fall. Hey, Soul Survival, well on then. Reach a level when them can't hold me down again. So for them a little money, make them turn a quenga. People start the money, start the young gun a sheller. Y'all a swing the pussy free down from a cellar. See the love of the jet and you chip it up your brother. Have a rub walking on the right sheet and fuck up the leather. Pussy them a lightweight in a couple feather. Yeah, we see them a hustle, but we a hustle better. 31 in on this up, brother, not the clever bust. The chest out my head on one side, so whatever. Now I'm gonna live to stop this, I go forever. Left my hand down to this girl with a couple pleasure. From the start out of this, me turning up the pressure. See them last round of this, we come into the pressure. Pull it a glass out of this, the man a go for stretcher. Soul Survival.
Alright, this is my final entry. Big collaboration again. This is Barrington Levy alongside Bounty Killer. Check out the one.
Pablo, Vigo, Junior, Barrington Levy, Bounty.
Soul Survival. Boy, receive that and arrival. I want to them, boy. Bullets splash them over like tidal. Talk to them, fool. Pablo, one time, Pico. Motherfucking niggas, you know.
Soul Survival.
No mercy.
Murderer.
It's time to kill him. I'm trying to leave you.
I got Dubs PON DUBS.
Kill them already, we gon' kill them again. Murder them already, we gon' murder them again. Dust them already, we gon' dust them again. Yes, yes, Sound Killer. Barrington Levy with Bounty, y'all.
Voila! Survival, kill free for no perplex. Them gun else as it do. And a nation we go down. Perplex, dubplate, some make we get vexed. People pop out and yes, so target bitch. Disrespect and make we get wild. Go up and nothing we going smile. All for murder while we walk 100 miles. That's fear your mother, you that deny your trial. All of them come on the dead man pile. Gunshot them, you nothing. Stop and fire. If I thought me different, no with me coil. When the judge say me face him, no stop smile. Clark I caught know me from me was child.
Kill them already, we gon' kill them again. Poof, cop them already, we gon' prop them again. Chop them already, we gon' chop them again. Yes, we a Sound Killer.
Soul Survival.
Yeah, Soul Survival.
Jesus, please. The man just shoot up the place. Jesus, please. The man just shoot up the place. What a wicked juggling.
Always there.
Jesus, please. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. Les, you need to unmute yourself.
Wicked piece of juggling, Pablo.
Where's the people?
Rascal. The man just brought it up.
Soul Survival Sound out of Toronto, Canada. You know me, I say?
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
man.
What
Big up
a
the
juggling,
platform.
but...
Respect each and everyone we're tuning in. You know me, I say?
Yeah, man. Big up yourself.
Yeah,
big up your Soul Survival family.
yourself, man. Shirley's. You see me? Yeah, man.
Wicked,
Big up
wicked,
Jahcage.
wicked.
Big up the Problematix. Whole of Europe, whole of UK, whole of the Caribbean, whole of Africa, whole of Asia.
Yeah, man. Big up all of the people, them straight.
You bless up the show proper.
Yeah, man. What a vibes. Soul Survival, a bad sound. Wicked, wicked juggling.
Man.
So, Pablo, Nash already said that we are going to start in 2011. Soul Survival, first international big sound clash. Fully loaded 2011. Soul Survival versus Kevlar Tone, Super Gold, Killer Mari, Outcast, Climax, Untouchable, Don Ranking, Dubs M16, and Root Boy International. I mean, how do you even prepare for a clash like this? Is it just like, I'm just going to go in there and shoot up the place because too many sounds are there? Or how do you set up your mind for a clash like this as your first big international clash?
Yeah, you have to just drop bombs at that point because there's too much of them to aim off by one of them. So you have to just drop bombs and clear out people 3 and 4 at a time. You see me I say? Yeah. So, the strategy was, just to kill everything and reach home safely.
Quick and fast.
And that's what you did, right? You took the trophy.
At that, yeah, man, we have the trophy.
Wicked. And what we know, 1 year later, 2012, it's fully loaded again.
That's correct.
That was the next clash after 2011. Like, please tell us how did this one go?
The 2011 one?
The 2012.
Oh, 2012. Okay. So 2011, there was the 2011 which we just spoke of. Then there was the 2012, which was some of the same similar sounds. Like I know Outkast and Don Rankin and a lot of the similar Climax, I believe. A lot of the similar, I believe Killamari was on that one as well, but they didn't make it. There was a few more sounds. I think he called it Fully Loaded Unfinished Business.
Seen?
Right? Okay. So that would have been the 2012, which we won that one as well.
You hear that, people? So 2 first international sound clash, and Soul Survival wins both of them. What a wicked start. Wicked.
2 for 2.
Yeah, man, right out the gate, Now we had done some local clashes like prior to that, but as you said, that was the first clash that was more recognized on a international scale, because it's a largely popular clash, structured clash. And I have to big up the whole staff on that one, and Ron Nelson and the whole Reggae Mania team and things like that, because it was a great event,
Yeah, man. Big up the whole crew, big up the whole works. So 2012, fully loaded, Soul Survival takes it. Then in 2013, there's the next clash. Hold on, sorry, this one. Called Dubs DUBS. The first big international one-on-one clash against Jahcage Sound, Jamie from the Bronx. So tell us about this one. How did this one go?
Okay, so this was the first time Young Hawk had ever been to Canada, So I mean, we got a call from the promoter. Big up Dougal Meyer Promotions, We got the call from the promoter. It was kind of a late notice. We're all the same. We had heard of Young Hawk and rate him and respect him and say, yeah, we would take the clash. I can't say that clash we were the most prepared for as we were other clashes. You know what I mean? So, I think possibly more time could have went into the preparation. We didn't do much homework on the sound or the individual himself per se, which possibly we should have. You know what I mean? And at that time, I think the sound was going through a transition right at that time as well, where it was gaining new members, you know what I mean? And new selectors. And there was a lot of talent on the sound at one time. Almost too much in one place, if you could believe. So it was difficult to decide who would play and who would MC and who would, you know what I mean? So, yeah, we ended up losing that clash. It was a good clash. It was not I would have expected it to be a more fully attended clash. Attendance-wise, it wasn't the greatest attendance-wise, I possibly believe. It was his first time to Canada, and the people weren't. I mean, unless you're a Sound Clash fanatic, you might not have been familiar with Jamie at that time. Now, I mean, give him a year, 2 years later, he became much popular, much more popular, and you know, in the Sound Clash circuit. So, like I said, that was early. It was early in the killing spree there. You know what I mean? So we give thanks that we were able to take part in that clash. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, for real, for real, for
Yeah.
real. And then
It
2000.
get better night there.
And then we got the 2013 next big clash for Soul Survivor Sound.
Yes, Sound Rage. Later on that
Sound
same
Rage.
year. Soul
Yes.
Survivor, Lionheart, Magash, Stepper Choice.
Yeah. Very interesting evening that evening. I mean, at the end of the night, it was between Soul Survival and Stepper's Choice. It was kind of a controversial ending that evening. It was ended with no tune for tune or whatsoever. It's kind of an abrupt ending to a clash, but I think the fans were kind of disappointed this evening, that evening, just judging by their reaction and, you know what I mean? The word in the streets after and so on and so forth. But I'm not sure if it was the venue was closing at the time, so the promotion might have been under some pressure to end the dance abruptly. You know what I mean?
So there's no
Not
clear
quite
winner
sure
then?
as to-
No clear winner.
that was at a place called Hickory House in Scarborough,
Okay.
Toronto, Canada, you know. And that was against Magash, Lionheart, and Stepper's Choice. So Stepper's Choice, big up to Stepper's Choice. They end up winning that one day.
Okay.
Again, no tune for tune on that one. They kind of the audio out there still. There's an interesting audio for pre, you know what I mean? But that was a great clash again.
Yeah, I think you let go a few Dennis Bronx early in that clash. I think straight out the gates, first round.
Yeah, I had to make them know who we be, you know what I mean? Nashka. Some of them man, yeah, them flying at the place and them don't really know what go on and who are on the place, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just have to let them know from Shirley out.
For real.
And then later on that year, the same 2013, Fully Loaded. Soul Survival, Black Magic, Brimstone Gold, Illmatic, VIP, Kevlar Tone, Mystic, Climax, Starcade, Studio Mix, Total Eclipse, Tracks.
Jesus Christ, a whole heap of sounds again.
Big clash again. Yeah. So that's the I believe the 2013 Fully Loaded. So it was quite rare in history. I don't think any other sound in history had won the two Fully Loadeds front to front. I want to say back to back. That was 2011 and 2012, right? So that had never been done before in Canada. And as you said earlier, there's so many great sounds in Canada.
For real.
And a lot of the sounds that you did call their name earlier was involved in the same Sound Clash series, right?
Okay.
Like the Roots Man them and the Super Fresh them and all of them bad sound them. They have all been involved in this series. And I believe Rootsman may have won it more than once, but never front to front. So 2013, they had to put a stop to it. So what happened tonight was we had a lead whole night, and it boiled down to the last three sound. I believe it was Soul Survival, Climax, and Mystic. That time we done beat up on Climax wholly. them forwarding like a beating stick a ground now. So them say we did play them eliminate we in an odd type of instantaneous elimination, saying that we had played over a song. So we had asked which song did we play over. They said a Culture, and it was played by Black Magic earlier in the dance. So we argued, obviously we argued it out, but you know how it go. They fought me out, the audio dropped, and it was a different song.
Okay.
Black Magic had played Culture 2/7's Clash, and we had played Culture Jahcage. So two different songs completely, same artist.
For real.
Anyone can make a mistake. You know what I mean?
True that.
them time that them did have a panel of judges. You know what I mean? With some experienced people and possibly some not so experienced. So we're not sure, you know what I mean? We're not sure if alcohol could have been involved or what was the actual reason as to why people sometimes hear things. But at the end of the night, it was a great clash. I remember when we did get eliminated, which we didn't really agree with it, we kind of pack up and walk out the dance. About 60-70% of people follow me out the dance. So I didn't even know who had won the dance till about a week later. Because nobody really that talk about it, you know. The
See?
must talk about the damage where we did I do tonight.
You hear that, people? That's what you get for Dubs PON DUBS. Strictly facts. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And what you have to say as well, in this clash, you played last. Out of all the sounds, Soul Survival played last. So wicked work.
Yeah, we fight through the storm, you know what I mean, my brother? Cause whole heap of them,
whole heap of storm.
them a fight, you know what I say? So, you know how he thinks that you have to be a warrior, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, for real.
Respect.
Then 2015, Live and Let Die against Cosmic Movements, the Brooklyn song.
Yeah, that was a big one again. I think, well, that wasn't Cosmic Movement's first time in Canada. I believe the Cosmic Movements had been here before on a Dubplate showcase or a juggling type of event.
Okay.
I know they'd been here on a March Out, which is like a Canadian Dubplate showcase event, which we're part of the promotion as well. So I know that they had been here before but never clashed in Canada. Okay. So that was Cosmic Movement's first actual clash in Canada.
So tell us how that went. What was the format for that?
Well, the format for that was a 1-verse-1. You know, there was some. I believe it was 20-minute rounds and 15-minute rounds, and tune for tune. You know what I mean? Cosmic Movements, they played so much great songs that night. I mean, that time it was Sparks was the MC, and I believe the youth's name was Tando. That was
Fire.
the selector at the time. You know what I mean? But yeah, they dropped some Shabba ranks tonight, and Barrington Levy in collaboration with everybody you could think of. I tell you. And whole heap of Marley. I tell you. Whole heap of great music them play tonight. You know what I mean? I think at that time, one of the biggest song was the Dexter Daps Shabba Motherpot.
Yes.
It's a new song at the time, and I know that we used that song that beat them bad in one of the rounds. You know what I mean?
Wicked.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I believe it boiled down to tune for tune. Them even not play Jimmy Cliff. You know what I mean? They threw everything in the kitchen sink in there. You know what I mean? We big up the whole Cosmic team, you know. It was a great war, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Cosmic is a
But
big
we did
song
have to
as
let them die that night, that's it. Let us live on, cause I live and let die the thing, man.
And then we moved to 2016 after that. Song Rage, Soul Survival, Yared, Twin Star.
Right. That was another great evening again, yeah. 3-sound clash, you know?
3-sound clash, correct.
Yeah, Yared. I believe people are familiar with Yared. He's been here before. You know what I mean? So big bad sound. Big up Yared sound out there, you know?
For real.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Big up the whole Yared team. I believe it was a brother named Genius that night there.
Yeah.
Who did that play the sound? Genius and Twin Star. Twin Star, you know what I mean, with Black Stun the place and Unruly Twin. And Pisa. That select the song that time. So it was that was a great event.
It
you
went
know what I mean?
Twin Star, Soul Survival, Dub for Dub.
Yes. In a late night there, you know what I mean? They boil out about 6-1. Boil out bad, you know what I mean? But we big up Twin Star same way. Them lose one of the pints off of the Star that night, I tell you. You see what I mean? Yeah, man. You get on YouTube, man, with all of you. I mean, someone not lie to you.
And then right after that, call the hearse, Soul Survival Insurgency.
Yes. Yes. Real. Big up Jan and the whole family, Insurgency.
Again,
Where
that
you
was
name Bigfoot? No, Sasquatch. Sasquatch, you know, from way up my mountain there.
that was our next
You know
beating.
what I mean? Terrible piece of beat. Keep them senseless tonight, man, may I tell you. Is a sound where some article people, man, and them full of song. Wally Marley and some brand new busy signal at the time. You know, I think what part of the issue was with that night there with Insurgency. You know, sometimes sounds cut tune where it's too new, right? And the people aren't familiar with the song, right? So awesome. I remember he played a Marley tune where we're not even here for about 3 months later. You know what I mean? From 45. And I just remember, you know, some brand new busy signals. Anything you could think of, he had some great new music, Protege, Chronics, all them things there. Have it locked. You know what I mean? Possibly some of that music might have been too new for some of the fans. Canada is a place where them love the new music. You have to give them the foundation. Have to.
Yeah.
We don't see how we no clash for you without giving the people some tune for them money. You know what I mean?
Correct.
So that one day, I don't even think that one day reached tune for tune, you know.
Yeah, it was a lock off, early lock off.
That one day is a lock off, wasn't a knock off. You know what I'm saying?
And 2017 now, Canada Rumble, Road to World Clash, Survivor,
Yeah.
Twin Star, Outcast, King Atani, Mystic, Stepper Choice.
That night there. Yeah, man, that was a great night still, you know. Was a great night, you know, it was a great thing to be able to work with them type of promotion there, you know, Irish and Chin and all them people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like the road to the World Clash, you know, the Canada Rumble, you know. So, it's a thing in Canada. Some sounds have been given a few opportunities. This was our one and only opportunity that we were given to be on Canada Rumble. So, we did our best to make the most of it. You know what I mean? And at that night, I believe there was a lot of good sounds, great sounds in that one as well. Outcast and, you know what I mean? Many great sounds. King Atani. And it was kind of one of them nights where it was a race for new tune again. So everybody was racing out the new song them, you know what I mean? And in the end, I think King Atani draft a sing-along round there. You know what I mean? Cool and deadly round there. And people, it was just that time in our late night where the people embrace it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to big up King Atani still, because them thing they just forward with experience. You know what I mean? So, you have to big them up still. Yeah, that was a wicked clash that night there. Love tune fling. Yeah, man.
So King Atani won this, right? Correct?
King Atani win that one day.
Yeah, man, for real. And then it's up to 2018, Destination Baladan. So big up Rafu, Rough Pack, the whole crew. So it's time for Soul Survival versus Don Ranking versus Outcast versus Twin Star versus Little Thunder. Destination Baladan. So tell us about this clash, my brother.
So this again was an interesting clash. Myself personally, I after this clash, I learned not to play on people's sound systems that are involved in the clash that evening.
You hear that, people? That is very important. That is very important.
So I mean, as you move and you groove, you know, pick up some things along the way. So that even so when we were booked for that clash, it was supposed to be Stepper's Choice sound system, and they were not involved in the clash. So, you know, at that point, we had agreed under a certain circumstances Then again, the evening when we reach up there, we see say a twin star sound string up. You see what me I say? And after we done kick off one of the star already, I give them a terrible beat. You know what I mean? I wipe down the clerks many a night and I couldn't get the whole eye blood stain them out of the clerks. You see what me I say? Funny thing, in the same venue.
Same.
In the same venue to us. And them man just string up to them sound. Me done kill them, you know. Me done kill them for them sound already. So now them want me play on that sound there. So me tell the promoter say, we're not really too comfortable with that still. Him say, no man, you know what I mean? So again, we did have the opportunity to leave at that point and we didn't. We decided to, you know what I mean, to stay and take part in the event. So I think basically what happened is that night was a great night again for Soul Survival. That we faced some technical difficulties. Coincidentally, the sound was giving trouble when Soul Survival was playing the evening, you know? And that can frustrate you to the point of possibly lose all your focus. So I think in the last round there, we had lost. I think we made it to the third round. And then, you know, the sound system troubles were just to a point of becoming difficult to continue. You know what I mean? I think they gave that one to a sound named Comtrax.
Yeah, they took this one. Yep. But that is a very important lesson that you're mentioning there. Very important lesson.
So, I mean, if you're not playing on your own sound system, just a personal word of advice from myself, just my opinion, you know, is
Of course.
it's difficult to clash a sound on their sound system.
Them system. Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? For more than one reason, they can turn it down on you. You know what I mean? All types of ways to sabotage, right?
For real.
So, again, sometimes you can be involved in a clash like this, where Twin Star was one of the first sound dead tonight. So, everybody who remain in the clash, I play upon a dead sound already. You understand what I said? The sound dead, the owner sit down side eye, and him not stop press button. I'm not have nothing left to do for the night. You understand? Every time Soul Survival go up there now, some bad button start press and all type of thing, and the sound start woman function and all type of shit. And the thing go off balance, you know. So we talk to them about it a few times and think it's hard to hold a steady medi. You know what I mean? Under them type of condition, you know what I mean? But it was a good event all the same. You know what I mean? So big up the promotion. We're glad we was able to take part tonight, you know?
Yeah, man. Big up the promoters, definitely. And then 2019, time to recover. Soul Survival, King Bauer, Laser Force.
Sound Rage.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, big up to soundclash.com. You know what I mean? Them people are good people who keep that event. We've been on that event a few times over the years, you know. So I believe that one was, 2019.
2019, correct.
Yeah, Sound Rage 2019. Yeah, so that was Laser Force and King Bauer. You know what I mean? It was an interesting night as well. Yeah. Too bad sound, me not lie. You know?
Yeah, man,
King
and you
Bauer
took
and
this one.
Laser Force. Yeah, man. Kick out them teeth, wicked. wicked.
Yeah,
That place
so
there,
recovery done.
like, is in a different part of the city than where we're from. So it was like, I mean, you say King Bauer walk there. They never have to really even drive. That's right. It's right around the corner. You know what I mean? So they never bother want to waste the gas on them thing there. So them just walk across the road using their turf and thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was an interesting evening still. You know what I mean? I must say. And yeah, I think that one day went down to us and Laser Force. You know what I mean?
Yep.
One night time is like laser now work. You know what I mean?
Later now, yeah, man. You said it on the audio.
It's it's like laser run out of battery when I type.
So when we are talking about this one, so we have to go to 2019, another wicked clash. We talked about this one when we were doing the check-in and everything. So this is a wicked clash, people. The MC from Delta Force, he's like a wicked one. He doesn't even say good evening or nothing like that. He was like, "Yo, Pablo, you was a pussy hole." Like he doesn't even say good evening to the people like pick up Canada or whatever. He just said, "Yo, Pablo, you was a pussy hole." So what happened this night?
Well, I tell you, say, me shake the brother hand the Thursday night up at the radio station, you know. You see me? We go up at one radio station tonight, you know, to promote the clash, because the promoter them again, big up to Clash in the Arena promotion. You know what I mean? So, CETA promotion, them call if we reach up at the radio station the Thursday. And it look like that time they round there, just get off of the bus. Because it's a long bus ride from upstate New York, which part in forward from, you know? So, you just get off of the bus and him and reach up at the radio station there and some bright and pretty shoes. You know? I say my shoes God.
What?
Them time me just meet him, you know. Some pretty slippers in me and thing with one bag of rhinestone and sparkle and all them sitting there, you know. You know what I mean? Them look like the slipper them where the woman them love wear nowadays. The daughter have a pair of them up there. So what me that say is the night. So we meet him at the radio the night and thing and I said, John no star. Everybody I talk about the shoes. You see people all big him up on the shoes them and things. So I said, John no. This I go on and say my shoes pass and them things that's all. We get to realize that if we kill the man, we have to kill the shoes. You understand? So we said, why we have to find a song quick and fast we can deal with that case now. We say, you know what the general be, where am I say? Some boy bad in them no pants and them no shoes and can't defend it, you know? And we never even want him change it because the way how the song just fit the situation perfectly. We said, don't change nothing, I don't want you. We want it regular way. So we use a song, not even a killing song. We use a song cut regular way. And wipe out the whole line first round. Kaiwa, just like you said, King Man. A real thing, you know, Jahcage. The man forward in the dance with a vengeance.
Yeah, for real.
Man forward in the dance with one serious face there. And play about 30 Bujo. And 5 Nicodemus. And start jump up and down all upon the pool table in the place. You understand?
You hear that, people? You don't get it from the audio, you just get it on Dubs PON DUBS.
Man, I fling all off of the light to rot it. And I swear same gun with the round. You saw me, I said, and I said, when that song they play, 4 corner forward. Everybody in that place, I see all the chef a jump up. I see all the gate woman run left the gate. And a forward. You know what I say? So, yeah man. I said around there. And I think him himself, he admitted that kind of threw him off time game. You know what I mean? And if you listen to
the audio,
the other 3 rounds, or is it 2 more rounds? It's either 2 or 3 more rounds, but it's a lock off again. You know what I mean? And them all run poll on the internet say we are going to lose, you know. Because Delta Force is one of those sounds that I could have mentioned earlier when you asked me what made me involved in the sound clash culture. Delta Force was one of the cassettes them where we used to listen from in the late 80s and the early 90s. Big bad sound out of Trelawney. So big up Maggie and the whole team, the original Delta Force team, you know what I mean? So that is a leg of the sound which is in New York, you know, and the man where that played him named Roundhead. But there's many of them that seem to play Delta Force. So at the time, Soul Survival was being attacked on the internet. If I turn on my Facebook, I see some message from them Delta Force people. If I go up on WhatsApp, threat again. I go up on Instagram, Me I get some unknown threat. Me I say, rated. Well, if a team member them have all throughout America and the world, you know what I mean? So upon the, judging by the internet, it looked like the dance they wouldn't have got away there. You saw me I say? Then the night it was a different outcome, you know? So yeah man, have a big up Delta Force. That sound they are big bad sound. You know what I mean? Whole if a song.
For real,
I mean,
for
I
real,
just
for real.
it just wasn't round at night that night there. The night when we leave out at the venue, I think I see one I shoot them out in the middle of the street there. Yeah, run over it and thing and I think I barefoot round it left there, so you know. That night.
So, out of all the clashes that you had, and there were a whole heap of clashes, is there like your one favorite clash with Soul Survivor Sound? If so, which clash is it and why?
All right, here we know. Me there with the next one, I team member them Vibes out of Soul Survival family. I feel like I'll make him answer that one there still. Cause whole heap of clash, you know. And everybody
Yeah,
have
man.
have a different opinion and a different feelings, you know, towards the clash thing still. So my
Yeah, man.
favorite might not be your favorite or might not be the other team member them favorite, but it's a certain, you know what I mean, experience where it just make you love it. You know what I mean? Our favorite, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna turn it over to Vibes.
Yeah, man. Blessed evening.
Bless up vibes.
Let's up. Yeah, I'd have to say it'd be that clash we talked about with the laser force and the King Power.
See?
That clash there, the energy in the room, how everything connected for us, and how we prepped for everything connected perfectly. That was the best one. The beat versus.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Wicked, wicked, wicked,
You
wicked.
guys can check it out. It's online on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah,
you know
man.
sometimes
Clash there.
Canadian clash audio is hard to find, eh? Yeah, but that one is available.
It is.
Yeah.
That one's there for sure.
Yeah, man, wicked. And when we're talking about clashes like Soul Survival Sound, what do you prefer? One-on-one clashes or there's like 3 sounds, 4 sounds? What is Soul Survival's specialty?
Depending on the clash. The one-on-ones are good. The one-on-ones are good. I like the one-on-ones.
Yeah, man.
When there's a bunch, it's more kind of chaotic, kind of.
Mm.
There's a lot going on. But when it's one-on-one, you can more focus and you can more fine-tune what you can do.
Yeah, man, for real, for real, for real.
You could showcase your box a little better one-on-one.
Exactly. And you can focus on certain things.
So
Like
out of
with the shoes.
all,
That dovetail thing.
so out of all the sounds that Soul Survivor clashed, is there any particular sound that you would like to clash again?
To be honest, I don't think so. Not for me. In my opinion, no. I don't think his opinion could be, but I don't. I would more look at trying to clash other sounds than that we haven't clashed. And get outside of our box,
Mm.
our area. I'd rather clash with people outside. Not to say we wouldn't probably clash again in our city, but that's what our vision.
Seen.
But you did a lot of groundwork, as you guys just said. Look at what you just said. Put in a lot of groundwork. It's not running.
Yeah. And talking about clashing experience, if there is any, what would you consider your biggest mistake or failure as a sound in a clash, and what did you learn from it?
That one there, I'll let Pablo answer.
I mean, one of them that kind of stands out to me would be the Young Ark.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That time there, I think we only had maybe one Bucho in the box at that time. And we didn't study our opponent well enough. So, I mean, I think the winning moment that evening with the Young Ark, he fired off about 15 Bujos on the Punani rhythm. I'll never forget that night. You know what I mean? and he had his juggling well set. He was well prepared for that clash, and we weren't. So I think that was one of the learning lessons that night. There was definitely that the preparation is key. Plan to win, or you know what I mean. If you're not plan, prepare for lose.
Yeah, man, for real.
Pablo, what is your favorite dubplate in your Soul Survival box?
Oh man.
And if there's a story related behind it.
That's a tough one. That's really a tough one. Favorite dub plate. I love a lot of different songs. I mean, some of the Al Campbells, the early Al Campbells that we voiced, just because of the experience of getting to know. Al Campbell is one of the first big artists that we got to know. You know what I mean? That forwarded to our studio, and we went to other studios like Sniper Studio, big up Sniper, and Collie B, and Locker Channel, and them place there. And yeah, just at that time, I think in the 1997, 1998 times, people like Willie Williams, you know, I had the opportunity of being around in a time where you would go to the studio and artists would be there that you wouldn't have expected to be there. You know what I mean?
For real.
So Willie Williams was one that you'd see at the studio, you know what I mean? And many artists that just came to town at the time. You know, Frankie Paul was there, and John Holt. Many just unexpected. It's not like today with the dub sessions that pop up, you know what I mean? Or the mail order dubs or the email dubs where you know you send your money and hope and pray, so to say. You know what I mean?
The man said hope and pray.
I know them days there, you know what I mean? You actually did it with the artists and thing. You know what I mean? A lot of those dub plates were recorded straight to Dubplate. So that was even before we started using that cassettes to record the music. So like the first maybe year or year and a half, most of Soul Survival dub plates are only on the plate. Reason being, those dub plates were being recorded straight to plate. When the artist was voicing the song, it was going straight to plate. So that first dubplate session that we spoke of earlier, it was at a studio called Collie B Studio in the West End. And yeah, at that time, we didn't own any DAT tapes because we weren't familiar with what DAT tapes were, digital audio tapes, right? So we were recording straight to plate until we found out that you could record it on the DAT tape first and you know, somewhat do some editing prior to recording it to the plate, because you know along the way many mistakes were making, few plates were ruined, you know what I mean, and had to dash away. But those are all lessons learned, you know, as we move. So yeah, I would say the Al Campbell Talk About Sound, that's one of my favorite, just through the experience of being there, meeting Al, you know, and being able to work with them type of foundation people from Studio One days.
Yeah, man, big up.
Till now, you know, yeah.
So we know Soul Survival could play a lot of wicked artists on dubplate, from Baby Wayne to Dennis Brown. What do you think was the hardest dubplate to get? And was there a reason behind making it so difficult?
Okay, well, yeah, many dubplates were difficult to get in the early stages, right? Now, not quite so hard, right? People are more accessible nowadays, I believe, like through the internet and them type of thing. Then, one time you actually had to go look for artists. I remember one time we were in Jamaica, we wanted Cobra on dub, and we had to travel down to Portmore to Cobra's yard. You know what I mean? I think we arrived a little early that day. Maybe was a little bit excited to cut some song and go to the studio. And we might have woke Cobra that day, they out of sleep. You know what I mean? And Cobra said to us, all right, you know, so meet me at such and such studio at such and such a time, you know? And we end up go up there and then get the Cobra then, you know what I mean? But one that was very difficult in particular to get on dub was Sammy Levi. You know what I mean? That's an artist that resides in America, doesn't even reside in Jamaica. You know what I mean? But for whatever reason, You know what I mean? Maybe due to the fact that it's not such a common artist to have on Dubplate, or is not an artist that is in studio as often as others. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if he took a break from the music for a while or what the case was. But I mean, it was probably about 6 or 7 years I was looking for Sammy Levi before I was able to vice him. Track him down in New York City there and vice him, you know? So that was a difficult one for sure. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So there are two artists I call there, Dennis Brown and Baby Wayne. Apart from the two of them, I want you to include Louis Rankin, and let me hear the story behind those dub plates. Because I know you and Louis actually are really good friends. Rest in peace, Louis, again.
Yeah. Louis was my brethren, you know what I mean? Louis, I was introduced to Louis by another good brethren of mine, Jahcage, you know? So, amongst doing shows in Canada here and so on and so forth, I think we were one of the first people to ever use Louis Rankin on a show in Canada. I mean, when he had returned after such a long time, I believe it was like 2013, and we had Louis host the show for us. It was a Dubplate, it was a march out, it was a Dubplate showcase, and I mean, it was a great night. You know what I mean? Packed house. Louis kick off with about 3 people in the crowd, tell about 4 different people to suck their mother the night, and go on with beer antics in the play. You know what I mean? Louis was a personality in himself. You know what I mean? But yeah, Louis Rankin, all Louis Rankin dubplates where we have in the box, as well as we had the opportunity to cut some for many other people, was voiced at Soul Survival Studio. It's a place where Louis did love it up power and them thing there, and you know what I mean? Whole heap of dub session and whole heap of vibes and them thing there, you know what I mean? Also, we used to keep Legends of the Dancehall tour, so we kept a couple shows after that with Louis, you know what I mean? I was also in a movie with Louis called We Run These Streets, which is a movie. It's supposed to come out into the Toronto Film Festival soon, you know what I mean? The big movie with Louis Rankin and Jahcage and Lennox Lewis and all of our people in the movie, you know what I mean? So, many experiences with Louis Rankin, even on the movie set and thing like that, you know what I mean? There's a part in the movie where I had to drape up Louis at the bar, you know what I mean? We had to do it a few times. And I remember one of the times, did I drape him up, you know what I mean? It wasn't a comfortable situation, put it that way there. You know what I mean? Another time I had to break a chair over the producer's back. Instead, I swung it too high and hit him in the back of the neck, you know what I mean? And he's saying, man, this guy isn't right for the movie set, man. He can't get it right, you know what I mean? I was messing up all over the place, man. You know? First time in a movie. So, you know, I give thanks for the opportunity. Big up Ruckus Films, you know what I mean? And everybody involved in that. A lot of great Canadian actors involved in that movie too. So I'm looking forward to seeing it drop soon, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And the experience with Baby Wayne now.
Okay. So Baby Wayne, 2 different times I cut Baby Wayne. I cut Baby Wayne at Exodus Studio in about 1998. And at that time, Baby Wayne, you know what I mean? Baby Wayne, again, just accusations, but you know what I mean? There was drugs accusations and these type of things. So at that time, the person that brought me to the studio the other day was telling me, don't give money to nobody. You know what I mean? Just give the money to one person. I met the program run through one person. You know what I mean? And Baby Wayne didn't know, and you know what I mean? Baby Wayne's like, he want to make a move, you know, he want to make a quick move and forward, you know what I mean? So, Baby Wayne, I say, yo, you know, but at those days, the price of dub plates was so little compared to now, you know what I mean? The hot artists. Baby Wayne was a hot artist in the 90s compared to, you know, some of these great new artists that's hot now, like the Skilly Bangs or the Skangs or whomsoever, right?
Yeah.
So for the price he was charging at the time, it was a joke compared to now. So I'd given him the money, and he had disappeared for about half an hour. He would tell me, say, I'll forward and do the dubs. And he disappeared for about half an hour. So obviously I had to tell my brethren, say, you know, say, me give Baby Wayne some money and they look like a gone, him gone with it,
Gone,
you know.
yeah.
And sure enough, him forward the same way. I may end up get an extra song on top of it too, you know. You see me? Baby Wayne did under vibes the day,
Yeah.
you know. And next time again, my vice Baby Wayne up a Sapphire studio. And I want bag of things again. I think I have the only Baby Wayne Junior Cat collaboration I worked with. Never hear a next song play a Junior Cat Baby Wayne. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure. You know what I mean? But yeah, again, get some more dubs from him that day there. Baby Wayne, you know, who's a personality within himself. You know what I mean? Serious artist, serious lyricist, you know. So rest in peace to Baby Wayne.
Very true, very true. And the great Dennis Brown.
Great Dennis Brown. All right. So the great Dennis Brown, 2 times again we revised Dennis Brown. Dennis Brown, the first one was vised here in Canada. Ron Nelson used to have a studio. You know what I mean? And I was lucky enough to get a Dennis Brown while he was here in Canada at the time. Then about a year later, I believe like 1998, that would have been, we got Dennis Brown in New York City at Don Juan Studio. We got next song from him. So we're glad that we got the opportunity to get Dennis Brown because we did forget Garnet Silk 2-3 times, and you know things fell through, and all of a sudden him passed away. So those are opportunities, you know, you always live to regret and say, you know what I mean? When some of these artists pass away, you know what I mean? It's such a terrible thing that they pass away, and just to have a piece of their music, to make the music live on, you know what I mean? In your dub box is something that's like, you know, it's a great privilege. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, man.
very, very privileged to have the Dennis Brown them and the Barry Brown them and all them big artists that were passed away, you know? Barry Brown was the next great one again too.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, Garnet Silk. Again, that was taking me to my next question. Is there any artist you had the chance to voice but did not voice and regret it now? And if you're willing to share with the viewers, who's that artist?
I would say the two artists that I would have loved to voice and didn't get a chance would have been the Garnet Silk and Hammermouth. Hammermouth is the next one where I had the opportunity to voice many times and it didn't happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So, Pablo, being in the business for 2.5 decades, what were and maybe are still some of the biggest obstacles your sound had to overcome?
I mean, we're based out of Canada, so the Canadian market may not be the same as the market in other countries across the world. You know what I mean? Canada, there's a great market for sound clash, I'm not gonna lie, but you have to fight your way through it. You know what I mean? Because you have to prove yourself before you can get on stage with some of them killer ya. You know what I mean? I don't know how it works in other places. If it's a phone call you make, or if it's a paper you fill out. But yeah, so you have to really, you have to kick out few teeth. You might have to push somebody out the way. You might have to spill a few drinks in order to get something to happen. You understand? You know them time there, right? Now everything is straight organization. You know what I mean?
I mean, for real, that changed a lot.
Yeah. So the times have changed a lot from the 90s till now.
Yeah, man.
But again,
Tremendously.
Sound Clash it's still alive and well here, and it's a much safer place as well. You know what I mean? And it's like, I mean, you don't see people dying in a Sound Clash. You know what I mean? And you don't see people really getting hurt at a Sound Clash. Whereas in the 90s, you know, some of them times there was terrible times. You know, like the OK Corral. You know what I mean? So many gunshots fire and all of things happen in them days there, you know. So it's great to live to see Sound Clash organized to like a sport or an organized activity where people really love and, you know what I mean, have it on a level.
Yeah, man, for real, for real. And Pablo, as a sound that is in the business for such a long time, is there any advice that you give to a young sound getting into the business?
a young sound getting in the business now, well, we have to rate them because, like we said, it's a different time now than it was then. You know what I mean? So a lot of sounds I realize nowadays, a lot of DJs would prefer to be individuals more than sounds. You know, back in them time, there it was something to be part of a sound. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It was a thing where you'd get enough gal just through you amongst that crew there. You know what I mean? Enough ratings, enough respect through you there on the sound there. Nowadays, it's not the same. You know what I mean? You have the butcher and the baker and the candlestick maker playing sound now. One time it was Batman and Drugs Man and all these things, right? I'm Money Man. So nowadays it's excellent that everybody get a fair chance to be able to have a sound and take part in the sound clash thing. You know what I mean? Like I said one time, if you didn't know somebody, you know what I mean, it might be a fist fight before you get up on the stage, or you know what I mean? Might be a problem. You get up there, you really have to prove yourself. You know?
Yeah, man,
So,
for real.
advice to the young sounds would be creative. You know what I mean? It's great to learn from the old sounds, but don't try to reinvent the taxi with it. You know what I mean? Just make gyro of it. You know what I mean? And don't try to. It's so nice to pay tribute to these sounds. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you have to find some type of originality to make your sound stand out or have an identity. You know what I mean? And some of that originality actually ends up turn out to be, like an anthem to your song that people end up requesting all the time. When you go out and play, even at a juggling party, and people walk up to you and they're asking you to play some dub that you used kill somebody a few years ago and thing. And you know what I mean? It's a different feeling. You know what I mean? So when people get to know your box and them get to love your sound and thing, you know what I mean? Where they can request you dub them. You know what I mean? And thing. You have anthem and them thing that then you've accomplished something, right? So I think originality and creativity, you know what I mean? And just think outside of the box. You know what I mean? Don't follow the cookie cutter pattern, right? That's the best advice I can give.
Yeah, man, that's a wicked piece of advice. That's a wicked piece of advice. That's very, very true spoken words. Most definitely.
Most definitely.
Most definitely. And it's interesting that you mentioned that because I personally, I guess most of the people that reach a certain age in the business experienced different times. And it's interesting when you're saying like the whole way it's nowadays, it's like you're doing grocery shopping. You are doing like okay, I had to take 2 bounties. I take 3 Sizzler. I just PayPal the thing, and back in the days it was different. It was very, very different.
Yeah, man. One time Bounty never used to vice favor and everybody in. Too much Dubplate order forward you, so I'm have to pick and choose.
Yeah, man, for real. Yeah, man. But Bounty Killer, that is the Bounty Killer station, so big up the general.
Real general in business. You know what I mean?
Real. Big up Bounty Killer, one of the greatest to ever do it. Yeah, man. Most definitely. Big up Bounty Killer.
So may I tell you, say, one time it was an achievement to actually
exactly.
Like nowadays, like you said, a press button thing, is a harder thing, you know what I mean? At the same time, enough people, them order grocery and them get the wrong grocery. You understand me? So sometimes you have to overstand and say you don't always get what you pay for neither still,
Good
That's
point,
why
good point.
our next advice me can give is you have to establish links with people. I don't want to say relationship because I ain't no relationship with no man. But you see, you have to establish links with people, good people, and maintain those links over the years. You know what I mean? Because, like me say, all right. So one time you used to have to fly go Jamaica, go vice certain W. So when you go Jamaica now, and you have vice certain dub, you're creating certain links. You know what I mean? And those links, when you forward back to Canada, them same link they will use and build your sound. You filter out the good people you filter out the good from the bad and the ugly,
For real.
basically. Enough bad out there, enough ugly out. You know what I mean? So you know you have to find people, genuine people, them still out there. You see me?
Yeah, man, for
Find
real.
genuine people. Stick with genuine people. You know what I mean? Sometimes for save a $20, you know, a man might get collar. Enough a
You hear that, people?
You see me? So sometimes you know you have to work with the thing, you know, right? And you have to know the runnings. So taking a trip to Jamaica and voicing dub plates in a studio is an excellent experience for any sound that wants to get involved in sound clash.
Yeah.
Young
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
old. I have enough
Yeah, man.
old sound where we never do it yet, man.
Mhm.
Right? So
Yeah, man, most definitely. That's a very good advice. That if you just go there and experience the whole thing, you get a different point of view afterwards. It's just like you see the groceries different afterwards.
definitely do some groundwork, establish some decent links, you know what I mean? And them
For
thing
real.
there. Get some actual phone number, you know what I mean? Cause some of them email and some of them WhatsApp and some of them Instagram account, a fake account. You know what I mean? And them gone with a whole heap of amount. So just make sure so you keep a link with the good people them,
For real.
and you will be alright. Don't run up and down.
Very good advice. Very good advice.
Very good advice. Yeah, man. Pick up yourself on that, my brother. So, Pablo, the final question for the night. What are the future goals of Soul Survivor Sound?
Future goals. Well, prior to COVID, we did get some great calls in order to sound clash. We got a call to clash Panther, which is something that I think that would be a great achievement to clash Panther. We also got a call to clash Ricky Trooper and a few more sound in Jamaica.
Wow.
And
You hear that, people?
unfortunately, that one was cancelled as well due to the COVID situation. So I mean, and a few other clashes that we really look forward to. King Fargo, one was lined up. Apocalypse, we got the promotion on that one day, you know. And yeah, I mean, a few. It's unfortunate with the COVID, right? That some people still to this day can't fully travel the way they want to travel. You know what I mean? And fully do the things they want to. But we see the thing, I take time and I walk up. So, you know what I mean? The future is bright. The calls them definitely are forwarded. Canada's restrictions are a little bit different than some of the other countries, right? In regards to travel and these things, which is the only thing. So, for instance, in the near future, June 11th, which is right round the corner, we're in a clash named Battle of the Giants, which is a clash with Downbeat, Freddy Krueger, one sound out of the UK, I think them named Sufferer. Them all suffer wicked tonight, them I tell you. And,
People, you hear that? Jesus Christ, am I going to suffer?
A few more sound and Soul Survivor out of Canada. Oh, King Power in there too. Big up King Power. You see me?
Wicked.
Yeah. So it should be a great clash. Big up the promotion on that one. Run Things promotion, we in Lonesome. So I believe so that one there will be live stream as well. But it's taking place here in Canada, up in a place named Vaughan on June the 11th. So that should be a great one in the near future. You know what I mean? And as I said, moving forward, hopefully we still can do the Pink Panther Clash. Hopefully we still can do something with Trooper and many, many more. Many, many more. We respect so much sound. Me no clash sound when I'm in a rate. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And the team no one be involved in not with no sound or with no rate. So respect due to each and every sound where we have a clash, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And production wise.
Okay, production wise. So Soul Survival, like we did discuss earlier with the sound system and the studio thing. So we decided to go with a studio from 1997. So slowly we started to record 45s and these things, right? And start to build up the catalog, to put some music on road under the Soul Survival label, just like how you see some of the great ones, them like the King Jammies and the Black Scorpio and the Bobby Digital Heat Waves and the, you know, Stone, even up to Stone Love, and some of them great sound there and great selector and sound owner who progressed into producers over the years, you know what I mean? We did want to as well contribute to the music in that way. So we've been recording 45s on and off over the years. And recently we put out a project which is on VPAL VP Green Steve's Records, distributed by named The Silent Murder Rhythm, which you can find on all media platforms. Silent Murder Rhythm, it's spelled M-U-R-D-A-H, Silent Murder, with Luciano, Junior Cat, Yami Bolo, Cairo McLean, the 2021 Juno Award winner for reggae music, and many more, Blessed, and many more great artists. We're currently also working on another project which will be soon to release, named The Joyful Nice Rhythm, with Capleton and Luciana and Tony Curtis and many more great artists, you know. So we're looking forward to releasing that project within the next few weeks. You know what I mean? We also have Geomatic Past the High Grade, which is out on all digital platforms, as well as the Senan Rhythm with Junior Cat Senan, which you can find on YouTube and all other platforms. So yeah, Soul Survival Records, you know what I mean, is the production. Big up Vibes. He's also a great engineer and a great producer as well on the team. So we have many components to the team, which make the team happen. It's not everybody is a selector or an MC on the team, you know what I mean? Some people do production and some people are engineer and so on and so forth, which ends up making a great team, you know what I mean? So I'm going to give thanks to the good people that we have around me. Trixley and Blacks and Dagger Master and Vibes and the whole team. You see me I say?
Yeah, man, big up the whole Soul Survival family, yeah, man. So people, you can check out Soul Survival on Facebook, Soul Survival Sound, Instagram, Soul Survival Sound. And yeah, man, Pablo, thank you again for taking your time and being a guest on our show.
Yes.
We appreciate that a lot.
Yes,
and it
Pablo,
was
give
a
thanks,
great
give thanks,
evening.
Vibes.
Yeah, man, for real. I think the people can learn a lot of it. They can take out a lot of it because, yeah, man, this is history. That's what we're here for on Dubs PON DUBS. Hear the history from the people that been there and done that. No hearsay. We bring you strictly facts and no bullshit. That's what we deal with.
Wall heap of history, you know what I mean? I'm going to say big up to Jahcage, big up to Problematix Nash and the team, you know. And one thing we left out, Soul Survival TV on YouTube. You can check out Soul Survival TV on YouTube.
You hear that, people? Check that out.
Channel. Wall heap of great things on it. You see me I say? So yeah, man. Big up everybody with tuning. Dubs PON DUBS, we say, you know.
Yeah, man. Big up everybody that tuned in. So people, that's it. Episode 4 of Dubs PON DUBS is done. Thank you for watching tonight's episode, and please subscribe to our Facebook channel, YouTube, Twitch. We are there. And yeah, man, we soon see you again for Dubs PON DUBS. Manners and respect. Bless up.
Respect. Big up.